from 6 to 9. You're about to have a really good time, and it's sure to make you smile. On the bus, in the car, on the AirPods without wires. Rank it up on the worksite, it's the Matt and Liam podcast. Matt and Liam podcast.
G'day there, podcaster.
Hey, we've got a private group, Ben and Liam's Alpha Squad. If you listen to the podcast and you're not in that, what are you doing with yourself? Even if you don't really use Facebook that often, yeah, it's well worth being in there. I would sort of consider it the forum for anyone who's like properly. Do I say forum weird?
I'd say forum.
Forum.
But I'd also not pull you up saying forum.
I think some people did a while back. In the forum.
Yeah.
Weirdly. But it's kind of where people like comment about the show and post memes and that sort of stuff. And I think there was I never read it myself, but you were telling me there was a post of a lot of people a bit off the big debate.
Yeah, so one person said, is it just me or am I a bit off the big debate? And then a lot of people, I mean, it's a
segment we do, yeah.
It's a loaded question. A lot of people did jump onto that thread and say, yeah, I'm also over it. So look, we've heard your cries and we've tweaked it.
It's been tweaked. It's not been removed, but if it's something you normally skip, have a listen to the tweaks.
Yep.
And see what you think.
What I would say as well is I think we have tweaked it. Because we tweaked it, it probably wasn't our best one ever.
Yeah.
But I reckon
we're still just working it out.
Because there's been a format change, I reckon it's going to get better each time we do it.
Yeah. It's just, even though we loved the way it always ended, we loved it because we loved the people we spoke to in the jury, especially Antonio. But I suppose what happened is it ended up being the same way each week.
It ended up feeling exactly the same. So we got rid of the jury.
The jury's gone. But there's some fun stuff in this. Listen out as well for this girl we spoke to who has Guy Sebastians' old number. She was great.
A dating expert has revealed the top 3 pickup lines people are successfully using online. Now, Liam, you and I have been in committed relationships now for quite a while. So it's been a while
since... Sort of 5+ years for me, and then,
7+ for me.
Yeah, so look, we're out of the game,
It's been a while since we've been on that dating scene. But I've read these lines, and I think they're rubbish.
But these are the top lines. This is what the internet's saying you should use.
They're not funny. I think, first of all, they've got to be funny.
Well, do they? Or is it not, is it better to just come in casually?
I think, to me, these 3 lines scream of someone who's like a good-looking person using them, and then the other person going like, oh, that's kind of cool. But they wouldn't work if you and I used them.
You'd have to be like really good. You'd have to have like piercing blue eyes and, really thick hair.
Like this. Hey, trouble.
Yeah, that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work.
Because the article goes on to explain, hey, trouble, because if it's a guy using it to a girl, the girl might think that that's flattering because she might actually think she's trouble. So therefore, she will go, oh, I am trouble.
I'm trouble.
I am trouble.
I could really mess him up. I'm a bit of trouble over here.
That's what it reckons.
Hey, trouble. Could you imagine?
Could you imagine using that? The audacity.
The
audacity to write, going, hey, trouble.
Hey, trouble, can I buy you a drink? You wouldn't be able to keep a straight face.
It seems like, I don't like it. This one here, number 2. You seem like my kind of girl.
It's cringy.
Gross.
Sort of like, ugh.
You seem like my kind of girl.
You seem like my kind of girl.
I don't like it.
Do you? Cool. Well,
Get out of here. Yeah.
I'm not. So.
Drink in the face.
See ya.
Number 3. You look like my future ex-wife.
That's got to be a joke. What do you think, Abby, in the newsroom? Do you think any of those would... I mean, you're sort of single at the moment. Someone might approach you. Do you think if someone said any of those 3, would they have any luck, do you think?
All those 3 have been said to me.
What?
Yes.
Someone said to you, hey, trouble.
Yeah. Well, I am trouble, so let's see how
it works.
But, anyone who... The whole, you look like my future, it's old and it's been done and it's not funny.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, it's different as well. I mean, in person and then on Tinder, I think people, sometimes they can get a little cheekier. I'm a Harry Potter fan. I've told you about this before, Ben, but this one sort of stood out to me back in my Tinder days. This young lady said, you can call me Dumbledore because I'm the headmaster. and we're getting married next year. No, I'm obviously joking. That didn't go anywhere.
See, that's to me already. That's like a funnier pickup line. At least that's funny.
Yeah, to be fair, it's stuck in my head. Like years later, I'm what?
You're still
As
living that
if.
fantasy out in your head.
Can you wear the beard? I was more always of the approach of just strike up a conversation. Just sort
So
of.
you'd open with hey.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Don't overthink it, right? Just don't make it weird.
I
think if you come in with it, you're thinking like a line, then it's not going to come out right. Like you don't normally go up to people and think, oh, I'm going to say that when I approach them, right?
I definitely can't say mine. Do you remember? I think I've told you before what I would say.
Well, you've got to tell us.
Well, I can't say, but it's a rhyming one. It rhymes.
Are we going to get cancelled?
No.
Are we going to lose the show after all your Tinder pickup lines come out?
You'll know it when I say it, but I used to say Tindering for a... Remember that?
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I used to say that.
I certainly hope not. How old were you at the time?
I would have been 18.
Yeah, okay. Well,
And, I think it was pretty successful because most people would just laugh. Oh, yeah, nah.
laugh and call the police.
Mate, they're on Tinder.
Yeah, it was a different world. Tinder was never for dating back in the day, was it? Sarah in Hillcrest joins us now. What pickup lines did they try on you, Sarah?
I got to say, it was bad.
Oh.
It was cringe.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you were a fruit, you'd be a pineapple.
Kind of cute. It's kind of cute. Like, it's silly, but it's kind of... Did it work, or...?
Not really.
No.
I mean, like people who use pickup lines are like, just gone 18, like, checking out.
Yeah, for sure.
Or, like, quite old guys.
It also feels like it's kind of the copy-paste method,
Yep.
doesn't it? It's sort of like, if I throw enough of these out,
Yep.
One of them's going to catch.
Yep.
Tony in Findon, what pickup line did they try on you?
Or did you try it on someone?
Hey, Ben and Liam. Yeah, this one was used on me. Is do you wash your clothes in Windex? No. Why? Because I can see myself in them.
Yeah. Okay. Have you had much luck with that, Tony, or...?
I've got clean windows.
Well,
I don't fully understand that.
happy for you, Tone. I'm not going to dig any deeper on that one. Last call here from Jeff. I'm assuming you're also the one giving out the pickup line.
Yeah, no, this one she tried on me.
Okay, I shouldn't judge. Judge. Okay, so someone's tried this on you. Before you tell us the pickup line, did it work, Jeff?
I married her.
Oh, right.
Wow.
So this is... Whatever is about to come out of your mouth could, for single people listening, this could be the way they find the love of their life.
Yeah.
All right. Whenever you're ready, Jeff, give us that pickup line.
I was 18 and trying to grow a moustache, and a friend's girlfriend set me up with a blind date.
Yeah.
One of her friends, and we met, and she looked at me and said, "What's so special about your nose? You have to underline it." And
I love you. Let's have kids. Let's move in together. That's hilarious.
Let's get married.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have anything to do with the blue jumpsuit that she was wearing, and it showed a lot of...
Oh, wow. So you're saying that you were more, physically attracted. It wasn't so much the pickup line.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad it all worked out, Jeff. To be honest, it
mate.
sounds like a painful situation. You were looking at her chest and she was just rolling out with absolute crap. And you were just
To be
somehow...
a fly on the wall.
Somehow. Like, it wouldn't be in a McConaughey love rom-com in the, mid-2000s, would it?
Hey, whether you've been craving the ocean, snow, mountains, or city lights, there are so many possibilities for you and your next trip.
Make up for missed holidays and explore more of Oz with whatif.com.
Jump online or on the What If app.
What if? It's Aussie for travel.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
Yvette joins us now. What are you doing up so early? You off to work, are you, Yvette?
Yep, off to ride track work.
Ride track work? What does that mean?
Exercising racehorses.
You exercise, so you're not a jockey, but you do laps on the horses to get them ready for the big race.
Yep.
Right, I didn't even know that was a job.
Who do you think trained the horses?
Well, I thought they trained without people on their back. I don't know.
Well, yeah, they probably do. You probably run them around. You're not on them, or are you on them?
Yep, ride them every
You
day.
do? Okay, yeah, I
Ride
guess
them
I
every
get
day.
used
So
to it,
how
yeah.
fast are you going, Yvette, like when you're just absolutely fanging it around the track?
Oh, go at work gets pretty fast.
Yeah.
You keep up with a slow car.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's cool.
I reckon most things can keep up with a slow car. I can keep up with a slow car.
Yeah, you probably could. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that a horse could. Like, horsepower. I mean, we talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's kick into the quiz. The big Neighbours finale was last night. Everyone is confused by Kylie Minogue's mute appearance on the show. It was pretty weird.
Well, she didn't say anything.
Yeah, she said like 3 words, but it was like in 15 minutes. What's Kylie's sister's name in real life?
No idea.
So you got Kylie Minogue and you've got...
Oh, Danny.
Yeah.
That's the one. Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis are coming back for that 90s show, the sequel TV series to which other show?
Not sure.
I believe they met on the show. That 90s show, it was a bit before that
Remember
one.
growing up, there was the new one's That 90s Show. It was a different era. That
70s show.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm sorry, Yvette, but I feel like a year 2 teacher. You know what I mean? Going like really holding you through it. And remember, before the 90s, there was the 70s. That's right. Okay, 80% of Aussies don't get enough sleep, apparently. What time did you get to bed last night?
9:30.
Pretty reasonable. Happy birthday to Arnold Schwarzenegger, 75 tomorrow. Can you give us one of his lines from the Terminator films? In the voice, please.
Oh, I don't know.
He doesn't say that at any point. Sorry, Yvette, we've got to move on. Kaylee from Mount Barker, I'm sure you've seen Judgment Day. Can you give us a line that Arnie says in one of the Terminator films in the voice?
Get through the chopper.
That is not in... No.
Whoa, hang on, what?
Get to the chopper is not in Terminator.
Yeah, but it's still doing an Arnie voice.
No,
saying
I
an Arnie
said...
thing.
Sorry, Kaylee, I said it had to be in the Terminator. That wasn't the question.
That's too picky.
Sorry.
Oh, no.
No. Different film. Can you give us one from the Terminator in the voice? Because you are so good at it. She's hung up.
She hung up. You made her hang up. You made her...
Too much pressure.
You made her panic.
Too much pressure. Well, if you can't handle the slow cooker, get out of the kitchen, honey.
I've still got a number. Should we call her back?
She's probably crying somewhere. I'm sorry, guys. I thought it was Terminator.
Hello?
Hi, Kaylee. Sorry you hung up. I didn't mean to be mean. I'll give you a free pass and we can move on to the next question. Okay, no, it's totally fine. No, you're all
You guys
good.
said it was the next person.
Yeah, no, you're all sweet. No, there were injuries at a Dua Lipa concert after someone snuck in fireworks. Can you finish these lyrics?
If you're feeling like you need a
As Arnie, if you can.
If you're feeling like you need a little bit of company, you met me at the perfect time. You want me, I want you, baby.
My sugar boo. My sugar baby.
I got you.
A little bit disappointing.
Yeah,
that we didn't
it
get.
It was.
Yeah, it's also my sugar boo. I'm levitating, but I'm pretty done with the quiz this morning. I honestly can't be asked speaking to any other callers on this one.
All right, Kaylee. Now, you made it through. You've got 5 questions correct. Well, not really, but you're here anyway. So you get to choose the next song we play. I'm urging you, please. I've had this song for the entire week. No one's picked it.
It feels like a Friday song as well.
It's blowing me away that no one's chosen it. I want a bit of Scatman John.
It's not often you get scat on FM radio.
Yeah, but Liam has made this no easy task.
No, because it's coming up against Counting Crows and Vanessa Carlton. Hayley, you're already in the draw for Nova's First Class and 50k, but what song are you going to pick to play?
I'm going to have to go with Counting Crows. Sorry.
Scatman goes into its 3rd week without being played.
We could have just heard this on Monday. This is more of a Monday vibe.
No, I'm growing dreadlocks already. Thanks for joining us this morning, Kaylee. This is Counting Crows, Big Yellow Taxi on Nova.
They paid paradise, put up a fucking lie. Hey, now they paid paradise to put up a fucking lie.
Ben and Liam are in your head.
Imagine your new phone number used to belong to one of Australia's biggest music stars. Well, that's what's happened to Maddie, who isn't Guy Sebastian. she's just Maddie, plain Maddie. But she has his old phone number, and she joins us now. How you doing, Maddie?
Hey there, guys. I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, so good. When did you realise that you had Guy's old number?
Oh, look, it definitely took me a couple of months of having the number, but it was his birthday that really it set it all in stone for me.
So for those that just aren't up to speed, because producer Belle didn't really quite understand it, so let's say Guy Sebastian gets a new phone with a new SIM card. He gets a new number. Therefore, the old number that he had goes back into circulation.
I'm pretty sure they're supposed to hold it for 2 years before they throw it back out. But I remember when I got my phone number when I was a kid, everyone just always used to call for Russell. I'm not Russell.
Yeah.
I had calls for years, people asking for Russell, but that must have been his old number.
So just by chance, Maddie happened to get Guy Sebastian's number, which is hilarious. Who are some of the famous people that have called you, Maddie?
So we had Keith Urban text. That was, right ahead of when they started filming The Voice of 2021.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Checking to see if it was still Guy's number, I guess, because he wanted to touch base before they started filming or whatever.
Yeah. Anybody else or just Keith Urban?
Here's the biggest one. We had someone called Samantha. I don't really know
Samantha
who
Jade,
Samantha
maybe.
is.
She's also in that world.
Potentially.
Yeah. It's funny.
It was never confirmed.
So that also means now you have Keith Urban's number, which is also pretty cool. He's married to Nicole Kidman. They're the biggest stars in Australia, really.
Did you reply to Keith or just leave him on scene?
Of course I replied to Keith. Do you think I'm crazy?
Did you have some girls over and you're having a few drinks and what should we send him? What should we send Keith Urban?
No, I think it was some silly time in the morning. It was 8 o'clock in the morning. So it must have been a different switchover with time zones or whatever. But he was texting and I was so sorry, it's not Guy's number. I know. I stuffed up there. I know. Everyone's told me.
Yeah.
But, we had a little bit of a chat and I was I just have to know, is this KU Keith as in Keith Urban Keith? And he was yep. And I was oh, that's so cool. Thanks so much for replying to me. I like
how everyone says you've stuffed up. What were you supposed to do? Catfish Keith Urban?
Yeah, I think there'll be legal proceedings at some point. If you're hey Keith, you just keep arranging catch-ups and you're not rocking up, and he's getting really angry at Guy Sebastian. Hey Keith, could you transfer me some money to this BSB and account number? I'm really in a bit of a tough situation at the moment, man.
That is amazing. It's such a good story, Maddie. Thank you for joining us this morning and telling us the story.
No, that's okay. Thanks for having me.
Unreal.
Anytime.
Hopefully you don't get any late night calls from Knowlesy anytime soon.
Joined by producer Belle to play Cool or Not Cool.
Cool or not cool? Cool, cool, not cool.
Good morning, Belle. Good morning. Cool or not cool. You give us 3 things. We have 3 seconds.
3, 2, 1.
To decide whether they are cool or not cool.
All right, first up this morning. Cool or not cool, air fryers.
3, 2, 1.
Not cool.
Yeah.
You've got one though, don't you?
Do you think I bought it?
Yeah, true.
Do you think I bought it? Sarah was we need an air fryer. We need an air fryer. It's, there's no oil. It's cleaner.
Yep.
We used it about 3 times.
Yep.
They're great in theory, but they're a fad. Okay? They're bulky. They're unnecessary. You've got an oven in your house.
Yep.
Does the same thing.
Yep.
Also, it's so big that she worries about her back. So whenever we do use it, she's like, "Can you please lift it into the other room?" Because
how big is your air fryer?
We got a big one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we recently got an air fryer in the work kitchen. I think it was a leftover prize that no one claimed. It is the biggest waste of bench space I've ever seen.
No one's using it at work.
Who's air frying at work? Honestly,
it
is weird.
Crumbed things in.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're all on the same page. I feel like the air fryer is just overhyped.
We're having a sandwich or something, and someone's like, "Oh, let me just cut my sweet potato chips down so I can air fry them. They'll be ready in 45 minutes."
All right, up next, cool or not cool? One for the moment. Neighbours.
3, 2, 1.
Cool because it ended. So I suppose not cool. As a thing, not cool.
Yeah, I think cool. I think I've never I did go through a phase when I was 15.
Did you?
Everyone goes through it.
I honestly never watched it.
Right.
Yeah, I went through probably 12 months where I would actually watch it.
What do you remember then? Remember when the good old days?
I don't know. I can't actually remember what happened or their names, but I remember it used to be on before the project.
Yeah, it went Simpsons Neighbours project.
Did it go Simpsons MASH project at one point?
That was on Fox 8.
No, MASH was. I never had Foxtel, and I remember turning the TV off whenever MASH would come on.
Yeah, right.
Like the helicopter would come up and go, it's time for bed.
But I think for something to go for 30 years, I think that's pretty cool. Obviously not cool anymore because everyone stopped watching it, but it seemed like they went out in style.
Went out in style. It's been on 10 peach for 7 years.
Yeah, no,
That is not.
I mean the last
That's like
episode-
a footy player getting all fat and their hamstrings are gone. They've got no cartilage left in their knees. They haven't scored a goal in like
and then you know what
7
it is?
years.
The finale, they get all the stars back. It was on 10 last night. It's like an old footy player with no knees gets put in the forward 50 and kicks 10 goals. That's what that is.
Did you watch it?
I didn't watch it.
Neither.
All right, finally, cool or not cool, posting public happy birthday tributes on social media.
3, 2, 1.
Not cool. Yeah, it sort of seems like a little bit year 8, doesn't it?
It's super outdated.
Especially, and it's like, it's like a wall post, but like it's kind of, I find it more annoying when so you follow someone and it's their friend's birthday and then they do a big Instagram story going, your day at Bell Jackson. And it's like 7 slides. I'm like, I don't care.
And people who post the thank yous, like people who, rather than replying to the people going thank you, they do a big group post and go, thanks for the birthday message. Shut up.
Or they repost that story on their own story and go, thanks. It's like,
get out of here.
Yeah, like to try and promote more. Like, wow, these just keep flooding in. I'm so loved.
Leopod Mencast. Wait, I said that wrong. Ben and Liam Podcast.
How good's that? Hearing that in the news, no more plastic cups. You can have cans again at Adelaide Oval.
I can't wait to go to a Port Adelaide game and just wait for one of my team members to miss a goal so I can throw a half-full can at him.
Yeah, an $18 midi. Oh, how exciting. Can't wait for that.
Doesn't taste good, but it feels good to throw.
You idiots.
Obviously, don't throw your cans.
Yeah, please don't do
That's
that.
why they took it away in the first place.
I reckon one can will be thrown and it'll ruin it for everyone for another 10 years.
If you're that clown that throws the can and then ruins it.
If you see someone throw a can, everyone then has permission to throw cans at that person.
Agreed.
I'm here, I'm Liam. Ben's over there.
Morning.
Jodie, good morning.
Good morning.
Your Saturday morning breakfast host. We're asking on 13 24 10. Finish the sentence. My kid still hasn't grown out of after Kristen Bell.
And Dax.
Shepherd. But you wouldn't know, I feel like you don't know the name, you know the face.
100%.
That guy.
Yeah. Well, Kristen was in Frozen, wasn't she?
Yeah, but what was Dax in?
Don't know. And it's a weird
You see his
name.
head though, and he's in one of those shows.
He's in a lot of early 2000s
Is he?
movies. Yeah.
And also when I hear his name, I think of like pulling someone's pants down.
Yeah.
Like Dax.
Oh, you've been daxed. I'm just going to look up Dax Shepherd, see what comes up first.
Okay.
Yeah, Zathura. You guys remember Zathura 2005?
Nothing notable.
That was his best work.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe his best work was marrying her.
Yeah, she's cool for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, their kids are still sleeping in their bed.
They
One of
slept
them's
on
like,
a mattress until like they were 7 and 9.
Yeah,
and now
okay.
they've graduated to their own, big kid bed.
Jess joins us now from Kapunda. This is your daughter. What hasn't she grown out of?
She's still sucking her thumb.
Right. And how old is she?
She's 10.
Oh, yeah, that's not great.
I mean, everyone to their own. I never personally understood the thumb sucking, like as in I didn't enjoy it. Like I don't get the appeal of it. I guess
Does she like do it at school and stuff, or can she sort of hold off?
No, just at night time.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of like the dummy sort of
Did
thing.
she have a dummy?
No, she refused every single type of dummy. I spent heaps of money on dummies and, that amount and went back to the thumb.
Oh, and I bet when she pulls her thumb out in the morning, it'll be like when you're in the bath for too long and your skin goes all wrinkly.
It'd be so pruny.
Yeah.
And does it make her teeth go forward? That's what all the dentists
Yeah.
say. It has.
Yep, they're all forward, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, never got the thumb suck. Also, the nail biting. Never been a nail biter. You know how people get that like paint that they put it on to stop them doing it?
Yeah.
Annie joins us now from Flinders Park. This is also your daughter. What hasn't she grown out of?
Well, good morning. Well, she was little and she used to have this habit of when she didn't like something and she was eating it, she would grab my hand and spit it in my hand. So she still grabs my hand every now and then when she doesn't like something and she'll spit it in my hand.
What?
She's 22.
Oh,
that's crook.
I'd throw it at her.
Oh, Mum, come here, broccoli.
It's
Gross.
a face of horror.
What?
I can't eat this. And she'll be like, Mum. And I'm like, what? grab my hand, spit it in my hand.
No.
It's like a double insult because it's probably something you've cooked as well. So
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
spitting
Imagine
your
that,
food
though.
into your hand.
If you're at a restaurant and you're just looking at it over the table and you're like, is she feeding her child? like almost like those birds that vomit into each other's mouths?
All right, that's a couple of examples. What have you got? 13 24 10 is our number. Finish the sentence. My kid still hasn't grown out of.
Ben and Liam. Dopamine for your ears.
What's trending?
Trending all over the internet.
Twitter. Instagram.
Welcome to Facebook.
Hey guys, well obviously last night the Neighbours finale, but I will get to that in a second. Firstly, some Dua Lipa news.
I got
She is on tour at the moment. She was doing a show over in Canada, and right at the end of her set, someone actually let off fireworks in the crowd.
That's one way to get the crowd jumping.
That sounds horrifying.
It does sound like it sounds worse than it actually was. Only 3 people had to get checked by the medics. They were cleared. They're all good. But yeah, the question is, was security strict enough? Because there were so many fireworks in the crowd being let off, shooting vertically.
Yeah. So I thought when I saw the story, I thought her stage show was shooting the fireworks out into the crowd.
No.
I misunderstood the story. I was like, oh, that's weird. Like Dua Lipa's firing rubber bullets at people in the middle of her set.
No, it was people brought
I
them in.
see.
Brought them in.
Okay.
And that 70s show.
I love this TV theme, by the way.
The best. So, as we know, it is making a return, the reboot, that 90s show. It'll be on Netflix next year, and most of the cast has confirmed that they're going to be coming back. You've got Eric, you've got Donna, you've got the grandparents.
Interesting you said most of the cast. There are some notable names that will be missing.
Some will not be back.
You can look into that in your own time. I'm not going to get into it.
The biggest names, Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher, have now confirmed they'll be on it too.
That's good.
Don't know if you guys know, but they're together now. They're married. They've got
They
kids
met on the
together.
show, right?
They met, and that was Mila's first kiss ever in her life. Was with him on the show.
really?
Yep,
That's
it was caught
cute.
on camera. So it's very beautiful. So they're going to be returning, but only for a little cameo. And now, finally, the Neighbours finale last night. Did you guys watch it?
No. I mean, I'd love to say I did. We saw it. We saw the last 10 minutes on your phone this morning, Belle, when you were reliving the magic.
I just wanted to show you the highlights.
Yeah.
Well, there were a few moments that people are talking about. So the whole episode, I mean, spoilers alert, obviously, I don't know if you haven't watched it.
No one in the world would have recorded it last night because they couldn't stay up till 7 p.m. or whatever
Well,
it was on.
there would be people out there recording it on VHS, but I don't think they'd be listening to Nova in the morning.
No.
There's more of the AM type operators.
Well, it revolved around Susan and Carl farewelling everybody and Toadie's wedding and everybody leaving Ramsay Street. They're not leaving Ramsay Street and saying, no, I'm going to stay. And the biggest talking point was Kylie Minogue making her return. But problem being, she didn't say a word.
Yeah, it was really weird.
She had one line, which was 3 words.
Home sweet home.
That's it.
And she was in it.
15 minutes of screen time.
And yeah, she was in it 15 minutes. We watched it because I didn't quite believe you. And then she literally is like, she's acting with her hands, but she's not saying anything.
It's almost like her, American managers like, you can have Kylie, but it's $100,000 for every word she says. I'm telling you.
Absolutely. But tears were shed at the end of the episode with a final goodbye from Susan.
Everyone deserves a place in the history of Ramsay Street, even those who watched us from afar.
Damn you for putting us on 10 Beach, Network 10.
Is it time for a big debate?
It's a debate, a big debate. Who will win medallion?
This morning's topic, nobody cares about the Commonwealth Games. I'm saying they do. I think it's a big deal.
The opening ceremony was on last night. Liam, did you wake up at 2 a.m. to watch it?
I taped it.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, it's on Chase Play.
You said yesterday, and I quote, oh, they're on, are they? You didn't even know they were on. You didn't even know they were coming up.
No, because I was too busy concentrating on where it's going to be in 4 years' time, thinking, oh, I hope it's back here soon.
I find it funny that it goes under the radar so much. Like, Neighbours would have had more viewers than
Oh,
it.
look, to be fair, I'm debating that the Commonwealth Games is great. It's a trickier debate.
Mm-hmm.
It's a trickier debate. I'll give you that. So we're both going to have an allotted time each. We go head to head.
Yep.
Ben, you're saying that nobody cares about the Commonwealth Games.
30 seconds on the clock. Do you even know what the Commonwealth is, Liam? It's just all the old countries that Britain invaded in the olden days and killed all the locals. The Com Games have more blood on them than an angry Peter member standing outside the Melbourne Cup. Usain Bolt, Kathy Freeman, Stephanie Rice, icons who all made their name at the Olympics. Now, can you name me 3 stars who made their name at the Com Games? You can't. The Com Games is such a big waste of time. If my future child ever made it to the Com Games, I wouldn't even bother showing up to support them. It's being held in Birmingham this year. Where even is that? The Queen doesn't even care about them, so why should we? She hasn't rocked up to the last 2. She just sent old racist Philip, R.I.P.
Well, the Queen's been a bit sick, so I don't think...
Not for the last 8 years.
That. There's a flu going around at the moment. Like, people have a lot of head colds around
8 years
July.
ago.
Yeah. Birmingham's in the UK, by the way.
I don't know. Sounds like a sandwich.
Birmingham.
Yeah.
Just the Birmingham for me, please.
Birmingham.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. That's how Americans say that. Birmingham.
All right, 30 seconds on the clock for you, Lamb, whenever you're ready.
People love the Com Games. Who can forget when Usain Bolt broke the 100-metre world record in Beijing?
This was the Olympics.
No. Oh, yeah, maybe it was. What about when Simone Biles won 5 medals in Rio?
That was also the Olympics.
Right, what about when Stephen Bradbury snaked gold in the ice in 2000?
That was the Winter Olympics.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was the Winter Com Games.
Anyway, the Com Games have given us so much over the years. Who doesn't love staying up to watch Bermuda and British Guyana in the badminton? Exhilarating. Plus, the Olympics sucks. Who cares about those other dumb, tiny countries like China, India, and America? I want to watch Newfoundland and the discus. There's a population of 500,000.
Is that the real place, Newfoundland?
Yeah, above Canada.
Wow, okay.
Apparently known for its friendly people. I looked it up.
All right, look, we have decided with the big debate to sack the jury. And we're going
to be fair, they're all hearing about that now as well.
Yep.
We had them on the line and we were like, yeah, look, we always have the jury. We love them and they're great, but...
We want you to be the deciding vote.
Broaden it out. Like Adelaide's now the jury.
Yep.
So you can text in 0400 919 919. Who do you think won the big debate? Was it Ben saying that nobody cares about the Commonwealth Games, or was it I, Liam, saying that we should care and it's a great thing?
0400 919 919 is our number.
Okay, producer Bell joins us now. People have been getting in their text to 0400 919 919. Do we have a winner? Is it Ben or is it myself?
I'm just going to refresh the text line once more.
All right. Are we doing like a percentage or
I will give you a percentage.
Total?
I can get a percent from here on this. So, the winner coming in with just a slim 55%.
Whoa.
Is Ben.
That was a big debate. We now have the winner.
To be fair, I was pushing it uphill this morning. Like, I drew the short straw.
Blanc, blanc.
We like to give our best caller of the week the Friday meat tray.
Alrighty, folks, it's time for the Ben and Liam meat tray.
We always like to have a look at the worst caller of the week before we move our attention to the best caller. This week, I think I'm sorry to say, but it's going to be Dawn, who was just a little slow on the uptake. Dawn from Elizabeth joins us now. Did you accidentally start a fire? Are you there, Dawn?
Dawny!
Earth to Dawn.
We can hear that you're there, but you're just not talking back.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
All right, we'll come back to you, Dawn.
Maybe Dawn started a small fire in her backyard that she's having to tend to quickly before she tells us the story. I think we went back to Dawn about 4 times as well.
And then when we finally got her, she said, "Oh, that was my fault." We know it was your fault, Dawn.
We didn't think it was ours. I've got to say, this meat tray this week looks amazing. So big thanks to Bar Moo Oink Butchers in Kidman Park. The best in the West.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. We got rissoles, we got shazlicks, chops, patties, snags, the whole shooting match. And the best caller this week is... It was just funny. Like, I really loved what this guy got up to. Dan called through and he told us how he plays when the wife's away.
Dan, when your partner's away, how do you play?
Yeah, when the misso takes the squids away, so it's a double shot. I get to head down to the shed with some whiskey and cigars and go and tinker with lawnmowers, man.
Go and tinker with the mowers.
A bit of whiskey.
Oh, yeah.
Couple of cigars.
Dad's not in.
So good. Dan from Littlehampton joins us now. You're the best caller of the week, mate.
Salutations, legends. Thank you very much.
Anytime. It was a pleasure. How good's this? You got yourself the Friday meat tray. You going to cook up a big barbie when the kids are away?
Oh, absolutely. Nom nom. Bulking at the moment, boys. So
you are?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
How much do you bench?
140.
Whoa! That's a lot.
But, you
I
know,
think you've done bulking, mate. Stop.
a growing boy needs a lot of meat. How do you normally go about seasoning your tucker? Like, is there any special tips or tricks you use on your barbecue, or is it just all you chuck it on?
Nah, just a little bit of salt, boys. No need to go over the top. Just a little bit of salt.
Okay.
Sprinkle it on there.
I imagine that, like, you've got, like, you didn't even go to a gym. I reckon you go out to the shed and you just
Lift
bench
the mowers.
lawnmowers.
How many more mowers?
Absolutely. Got a home gym set up, boys, eh?
Oh, you do?
Oh, yeah.
You're the most manly man we've ever spoken to.
I feel like more of a man just
Yeah.
being around you.
Yeah.
Oh, this is cool.
All right, Dan, look, enough chit-chat. Let's get you this Friday meat tray. Where are you at the moment?
In Nan.
You're in Nan. Okay, all right. We've punched in the coordinates. We'll load the pork knuck into the cannon. It's just shot over. Look, I know fast twitch movement isn't really a thing. You're more of a heavy lifter, but see if you can catch the meat. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Oh, right on the window screen.
Oh, you've got it. You enjoy
We got
the
it. Thank
Friday
you.
meat tray. Good on you, Dan. Thank you so much for calling through. Please call anytime.
Ben and Liam is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.